What's up, Red Glam Squad? It's your girl J Dior back with another tutorial. I missed you guys, but no worries, I am back. We're gonna start this look off with me priming my lips with the Buxom lip balm in Dolly Love, I believe. Really love this stuff. It's really good for the lips. I usually put this on my clients right before I start working on their face. Now I'm jumping into these brows. You guys see me do my brows in other videos, so I'm not going to go in great detail, but I'm using my same, Benefit My Precisely Brow Pencil in the shade 4, and I'm just going to lightly fill those in. Because I wanted to make this video be more about the eyes than, the face and brows, I did prime my lids and actually carve out my brows off camera. So I'm going to take the Anastasia Beverly Hills Tom Amorisi eyeshadow palette, which I love, by the way. And I'm going to go in and use New Yorker as my first transitional shade out of this palette. If you guys are looking for a new palette to kind of like add to your collection, I highly do recommend this palette. It's just very pretty. You have your neutrals, you do have your little pops of color. So now we're going to jump back into that same palette, and I'm going to use 1988, and I'm just going to place that on the outer corner of my eye. And I'm just going to make sure I'm using patting motions because I definitely want to build up this color. Now I'm going to go back into that first brush. We'll use that first brush with New Yorker, and I am just going to blend and merge those two shades together. Yeah, so I'm just going to go back and forth with those two shades, just building up that pigmentation and just getting it to where I want it to be. And right now I'm just taking that New Yorker and I'm actually blending that into the brow, like the front part of my brow. Now I'm going to go back into the palette and I'm going to take up the darkest shade besides the black, which y'all I'm really trying to refrain from using. This shade actually is pretty, and I was really trying to get that definition there, but I did end up going in with the black eyeshadow out of this palette towards the end, just because I really wanted, that darkness to be there. But nonetheless, it's a really pretty shade, and it did do what I needed to do, but Now I'm going to take Urban Decay All Nighter Concealer in Fair Warm, and I'm basically just creating some space so I can actually put my lid shade on. And I do this, y'all, when I'm really not trying to create a harsh line there. So I call it like a soft cut crease. Now I'm going to actually take Urban Decay Naked 3 palette, and I am going to place the shade Nooner, I think that's how you say it, on my actual eyelid, and I'm going to leave that front part open because I'm going to put something else there. Now dipping into the same palette, I'm going to take Limit and I'm going to put that right in front of Noomer. Now I'm going to take the Urban Decay concealer that I use for my lids, and I'm going to place that on my lower lash line, and I'm just prepping my, my lower lash line for eyeshadow. This is going to ensure that those shades that I put down there stays all day. And I'm going to take my Huda Beauty blue palette, not exactly sure the name of it. I want to say Sapphire, but anyways, I'm going to take the navy blue out of that palette, and I'm just going to place that on top of that concealer. I'm not really gung-ho about the shade because I feel like it can be darker, but blues are kind of hard to make, so we just got to make do what we have. So I'm going to leave that lower lash line alone for a minute, and now I'm going to take my Anastasia Beverly Hills eyeliner in black, and I like this eyeliner a lot. It dries down matte, you know, it's just good and it stays put. And now I'm going to go back into that palette with Anastasia and Emorizi, and I'm going to take that black eyeshadow out of that palette, and I'm just going to smudge it into that liner, just making sure there's no harsh lines and that you can't see exactly where that liner ends. Placing Chaos by Urban Decay, which is a 24/7 glide on eyeliner. I'm going to place that in my waterline, and just to clean up, I'm just going to take a makeup wipe and just, you know, kind of help the process along, so when I get to it, get to my face and all that good stuff, it'll be easy to clean. For today's lashes, I'm going to take Lily Lash in the style Mykonos, and while my lashes are drying, I'm going to just prime my skin with a little bit of moisturizer from Bobbi Brown. And now I'm going to take my primer by Laura Mercier, which is a hydrating primer, and I really love this stuff. I go in between the Laura Mercier and the Milk Hydro Grip because they both are really good primers. Now, before I move on to my face, I'm going to go ahead and apply those lashes. And to make sure my lashes get blended in well with the falsies, I'm going to take the Buxom Waterproof Mascara. The way I'm flying through this talk through, y'all, I really had needed that water. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and start doing this foundation. I'm going to go in with, you know, my favorite right now, and has been for a while, you know, the NARS Radiant Longwear Foundation in Macau. And I am just going to speed through this, y'all, because you've seen me actually do my foundation before on camera. If you like to see an updated makeup routine, like foundation routine, let me know down in the comment section and I'll make it happen. I find myself using a brush lately. I just feel like I get more precision and more color deposit when I'm using a brush. As you know, I love my beauty blenders and I still use it like as right now. And what I'm doing here is just getting all excess product off my face. Now I'm going to take the Tarte Shape Tape in Tan Deep Sand, and I'm just going to clean up. Sorry, y'all. I don't know what's going on. Allergies is in season right now and it's kicking my butt. But yeah, so I'm just going to clean up underneath real fast. And I'm also going to take a brush and blend that out as well. I mean, like, seriously, did you guys miss me at all? I've been gone. I do apologize, y'all. Life happens. Business is, you know, booming and you get caught up. But I am, you know, going to try to upload a little bit more. But I would definitely like to know what you guys would like to see from me. This will help me be able to create content that you guys will want to see. Even if you want me to break down like little details that are not being shown in the video, just let me know. And again, like I said, I'll make things happen. And, you know, we all here to learn. And I want you guys to learn and not necessarily just watch. You know, it just makes me feel good as a makeup artist that I'm helping you guys improve your makeup. You know, that means the world. But yeah, so just let me know what you guys like to see, and yeah. Okay, so to highlight even more, I'm going to take the same Tarte Shape Tape, but I'm going to take medium, and I'm just placing just a tad bit in just the center of my face. I do not want to use a whole lot of this stuff because then it'll look kind of cray-cray, and we're definitely not going for that look. Now it's time to set this bad boy. I'm going to use Laura Mercier Translucent Powder. And I'm just going to set everywhere that I place that concealer with this powder. And make sure, y'all, when you're using a sponge to set your, you know, your highlighted areas, make sure your sponge is damp. Not wet, but damp. Because you definitely want to make sure the product is being pushed in and not just sitting on top of your skin. By the way, y'all let me know what you think of the quality of this video. I feel like I'm getting a lot better with like lighting. I have not upgraded my camera just yet. I was gonna wait to do that, but I feel like because I upgraded the lighting and just made it a little bit more brighter in my studio, it just give me a a better quality of video. But let me know what you guys think. Now I'm gonna go back into that Anastasia palette with Amarizi, and I'm gonna take New Yorker and I'm gonna blend out that blue underneath. New bronzer alert, ladies. Yes, I got this bronzer from Jouer. I think that's how we say that company name. This is like the first product that I've owned from this company, but they've been around. They're not a new company at all. But this bronzer, y'all, is the newest product that they added to their line, and it's dark to deep, I believe, and it has 2 shades in it. The lighter one gives me more of a defined look, but the darker shade in the palette gives me that more contour look. And you guys, if you haven't noticed, I did not cream contour my face because I wanted you to see exactly what this bronzer does for your skin. The video itself doesn't really do it justice, but if you look at my picture, the thumbnail, you can clearly see that it's gonna give you that look, so you don't even have to cream contour, which is, that says a lot. With my nose contour, I started out with the lighter shade in the palette from the bronzer palette, and towards like the brow bone and all that, I used the darker shade. Now I have a new blush, guys. I really love this blush from NARS. This is called Arouse, and yes, it's one of those blushes that's very subtle but very pretty on the skin. Now, to make sure everything is blended together, I'm going to take my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish Powder in dark, and I'm just going to blend that all over. I do apologize, y'all. I do not know what happened to the clip that showed exactly what lip liner I used, but I did go in with the NARS lip liner in Polaris Royal. It's a hard name to pronounce, but it's a real dark, deep burgundy liner. And for my lip in the center, I use the Dose of Colors in Rosebud. And for gloss, I use the Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb in Sweet Mouth, which is a new gloss that they have on the market. For my highlighter today, I use Laura Geller and Gilded Honey. Alright, y'all, that is it for this video. I hope you really enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Leave comments in down below for videos that you would like to see in the future. And I will see you in my next one. Have a good one. Bye.